welcome. I'm Meg Harrop, the brand stylist and designer behind Lemon & Birch, and today I'm bringing you this much requested tutorial on how I create my illustrated or animated dancing letters that I share in little videos on Instagram. And here's an example right now on the screen if you're not quite sure what I'm talking about. What I'm using for this video is an iPad Pro. It's not a new iPad, it is, I believe, the 2017 version, and it's the 10.5 inches in size. You can use any iPad that can run the Procreate software and any iPad where you can use an Apple Pencil, because that's what we're going to draw with. So Procreate is the drawing software that I use, and we're going to make the animation right inside of Procreate, so that is the only app that you're going to need for this. You'll also want some kind of photo that you want to use to draw over, and that is the style of animation that we're going to do today. So you can use one of your own photos, or you can find a stock image that you really like. It's just good to make sure that there is kind of some blank-ish space on the photo, so that you've got like a nice background area that you can draw over, where you're going to be able to see the text really well that we're drawing. You want to make sure that the whole image isn't too busy, because if you then start drawing over the top of it, you're not really going to be able to see what's going on. So you want to use a photo that isn't too busy, or that has a section where it's either darker or lighter, or there's kind of less going on that you can draw over. Okay, so here we go. I am going to find my photo that I want to use inside of my Google Drive. I saved it inside there. Okay, so there's my image. I'm going to tap on the three dots and then click send a copy and then save image, so that it's in my camera roll. Then I'm going to find that image that I've just saved in my camera roll, and I'm going to click on the little arrow and then send it to Procreate. When I open up Procreate, we can see that it's imported into there. So I am just going to rename it as animation, and then we'll get started. So here's my lovely image. I've got this area in the corner where I can draw over, and I'm going to turn off the background because I don't need that. I'm going to create a new layer by clicking on the little plus in my layers panel. We're going to draw on this layer so that I'm not drawing on my original image. I'm going to choose white for this text, and I'm going to find the brush that I want, which is the technical pen, but you can use any colour and any brush that you want. So I've decided on the quote or the text that I want to use, and I'm just going to draw it out on my new layer over my image. And you can obviously take as long as you want over this, make it look how you want it to. I'm just going to draw this quite quickly. My little text is "Trust the magic of new beginnings," which I think is a lovely little sentence. So I'm just repositioning it where I want it, and I'm also going to draw some little stars so that they are gonna be nice and twinkly when I'm finished. You can see the light in the image is really golden. It's coming from the kind of like the top of the image, so it's quite a magical, I feel like it's quite a magical picture anyway. So I'm going to draw some stars in and do some little dots so that it's going to look nice and twinkly. So once you're happy with how that looks, it can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. I'm going to zoom out quickly to make sure I like it. And then I'm actually going to go to my photo and I'm gonna crop it down a little bit. So we go to the little spanner at the top, canvas, and then I'm gonna crop it down. But make sure that I'm on my photo layer for this. So I've cropped my canvas. I'm happy with the size of that and where the text is on the image. So now I am going to get rid of this little squiggle that I created in the corner. We don't want that. I'm going to go to my layer of text that I've just drawn out, and I'm going to turn the opacity down a little bit. So you can either do this by when you tap on your layer, if you tap on it next to the little N, this panel will come up and you can turn the opacity down there, or you can go to the little magic wand at the top and change the opacity there. So I'm going to turn that opacity right down, and then I'm going to create a new layer and I'm going to draw exactly the same over the top of it. So this doesn't have to be exactly the same, just try and keep it roughly, don't make it totally different, but it doesn't need to be perfectly in line with every single letter, as you can see that I'm drawing here, because once we've finished, the kind of nice little variations in the text is what's going to give us that dancing look. So I'm drawing this out again, draw my little stars and my dots over the top. And the dots don't need to be in the same place either, because that's going to make them dance as well, which is going to be really nice. Okay, and once I have drawn that, I'm going to turn that layer off and start a new one again. So I've got my original text layer still quite opaque, and I am going to draw on a new layer over the top of it again, exactly the same as I did before. Doesn't need to be perfect, this is just another frame that we're creating to make that dancing effect. Do the same again. I'll turn that layer off that I've just drawn, create a new one, and again draw over my text. Each layer that we're creating here is going to be a different frame in our animation at the end, so you can just do 3 layers, or you can do 10 layers or more, whatever you want. You can keep checking how it looks, and I'll show you how we see what our animation looks like in a second, but I'm just going to do 4 layers here, because that is going to give me enough movement to make it look like it's dancing. Just drawing in my final little dots. Okay, so we have all our layers here, and I'm going to go to the first layer that I drew, and I'm going to increase the opacity up again back to 100%. So the next stage here is I'm going to turn back on all my layers. It obviously looks super messy at the minute, but we're going to change that. I'm going to duplicate my photo layer, so layer 1, I'm going to duplicate that 3 times and move each one so it's underneath one of my text layers. So as you can see, we've got text, image, text, image, text, image, text, image. And then I'm going to duplicate it one final time and turn that layer off. That's just in case I mess anything up. So I'm going to turn that one off. Then I'm going to go and click on each text layer, tap on where the image is, and click merge down. So now I have 4 layers where my text is integrated and merged with my photo. I'm going to go to the little spanner icon in the top next to where it says gallery in my menu, and I'm going to click share, and then you can choose an animated PDF. Obviously it's going super fast at the minute, so as you can see where the slider's moving, you can turn it down. I think kind of 5, 6 or 7 frames per second looks quite nice, but you can do whatever you want. You can make it slower or faster, however you want it to look. So you can move that up and down there. And then when you're happy with it, you could click export, and that creates a GIF for you. But in order to upload it onto Instagram, you need to choose animated MP4 so that it's actually a video rather than a GIF. And again, you can turn down the frames per second, and then you're gonna click export. So that's how you create your animation. As you can see, it doesn't take that long. It's really easy to do. And then you can upload it to Instagram and share the magic little animation that you created. So as you can see, it's a super cute little animation. It's really effective, and you can try it with any style of writing that you want, or you could try it with actually drawing some things other than text. It's absolutely up to you. Take from the tutorial what you will, and then run with it and do whatever you want to do with it. If you have any problems at all with creating one of these animations, then please do let me know and I'll see if I can help. This is the first tutorial video that I've made. I hope that it was clear enough, but any feedback that you have is super welcome too, so that I can improve these going forward. If I'm going through things like too fast or too slow or whatever, then please do let me know. And if there's anything else that you want to learn in the future, let me know as well. So thank you for watching. I hope that you have fun with this, and I will see you next time.